Adulting.
It's tough. Freedom.
I want reading.
Making mistakes. Challenging.
Less get exhausting.
Sometimes good, sometimes bad.
So embarrassing.
QTips podcast.
Welcome to yet another fresh episode of your favorite show, the QTips podcast. And just like usual, kama kawaida, I am your favorite host, the African Maestro. And hey, if you look around today, you will notice that somebody is missing. We don't know where she went. Labda kona Ivasha, labda... But akikuja atasema. But not to worry, ladies and gentlemen, because today in the house, I am joined by some very distinguished men. Hey, my veterans kwenye industry. Before the show started, waliniambia nisichape. What they will do the intro themselves, yeah? So without further ado, tuanzie pale na mzee boychild.
Umenizoesha haraka lakini sawa.
Karibu.
My name is Lingba. I'm a host Walking the Streets podcast. And I'm happy to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you. It's a pleasure to have you, Manzi.
Hey, my name is Bill Mugondo Kinothia. I am host for Uncensored KE, director for Homegrown Podcast, and podcast director or podcast productions manager for Walking the Streets and the Strategies podcast.
Oh wow. Mnasikia? Wa? Mimi mwenyewe najiuliza what do
I do? Titles mob niko na we.
No, you're just being humble. One thing by the way you don't know about Lingba. He plays the saxophone, he plays the guitar. He's a jack of all trades, bana. But anyway.
Man, you're saying that as if me, I'm not humble. It's okay.
No, I won't.
It's okay.
Julia. So anyway, without further ado, today we have a very awesome show lined up, kama kawaida. And actually, before we go into that, if you haven't listened to any of our previous episodes, please just go back just above this link. Wait, actually, I think it's going to be on YouTube, yeah? So anyway, twende pale Anchor, just check out our previous episodes. Also feel free to check out all their respective episodes.
Yes,
Walking the Streets, Homegrown, Uncensored. They have so many shows that I'm sure you'll enjoy listening to. And kama kawaida, they've brought up some really awesome content that we can discuss today. And this actually came from a conversation you were having with Bill here, just within the week. And we just couldn't seem to agree. Do men find it easier to grow up in today's society? Is it easy or is it hard?
It's hard. It's hard. It's so
hard.
What's
your maneno yako
bana?
Bro.
Kwanza boychild ukigrow up in Nairobi, man. Mi kwanza I'm the wrong guy from wrong guy. So
zima hiyo kamera.
Ni sawa, utazima kamera lakini sauti yangu atasikia bado. Lakini anyway, growing up as a young man here in Nairobi is not easy. Especially kama hauna float man.
Cash float is very important. Even if the world tells you all money is not everything. It's a lie.
They say it enhances your negotiating capacity in most things, eh?
Shake my five.
Sindio?
Shake my five.
So anyway, I mean, it's something that we can't seem to agree over and over again. So when you talk to your peros, they'll tell you, hey, mi zaman, nilikuwa navuka mto kabla nifike shule, sikuwa na viatu, I used to fight a lion on my way to work.
Mine didn't lie.
And you know, you're wondering how, sisi tuko hapa, we are fighting depression, sijui hatuna pesa, these expectations that we had, you know, expectations versus reality tukifika kampo.
Kwanza hiyo.
About that. Bigger pose up.
I wish I had a crash course. Manze nikimaliza form 4, I wish I had a crash course. Cause, hey man, first time I thought it would be light and breezy, fun. Like you see that time you watch the movies, see campus and everything. I'll be like,
This series, what was it called?
Grownish.
Yeah. It's
the exact opposite. They lied to us. Even if they say like, we want to show the young campus experience. Wapi. They lied. We should sue them for lying.
I mean, I think that's a good place actually where we can start. Even me, by the way, when I finished Form 4, I mean, you're like, hey, now 844, first half umemaliza. Campus ni kwenda kujifurahisha sasa, umepita KCSE, you're like,
umekuwa mwanaume sasa.
Smooth sailing. So, mi kwanza mi nilianza mazee pale. Na pea moja ya kiatu official. Pea moja.
We're on the same boat,
Pea moja man. Ile yenye naingia daro. The first week nilimaliza. Demu wa kwanza akaniuliza, Lingba mazee, unakuwa tunapea moja man.
After wiki moja.
Mazee after wiki moja aka notice. Mazee kakaki kana change na kashati yako like. Lingba man, we need to do something bana. We need to do something cause hapa kumedhoka.
I'm not gonna.
She chose violence.
Mazee choose violence.
I'm not gonna lie to you because me, I never forget my first day in Strathmore. Me knew I was gonna do, but IT. Me knew IT, so I knew my first class is gonna be computer programming.
Yeah.
I entered my first class. It was discrete mathematics.
Calculus.
So me, I'm like,
Ulidhani
okay,
umewacha-
no, me I thought it's maths. Okay, numbers, bro. I enter P-R, P-Q. Prove this statement is true or false. You're like, hey, what is this now and how is it relating? A whole semester of that.
Uliti?
Anyway, man, mimi akili yangu liko napiga screenshot kila class.
That's what that is it's literally your first name.
Mimi naingia hivi like ako like I believe everyone has done business in this class. So let's start. Nini
And the last time you touched a book was like 6 months
touched a
ago.
book. Hata sikufanya business.
Wallahi, hata kina ICD la
mimi
kuna
niko
nini.
blank.
Bro, not even that. Let's just start from the interview itself.
By the interview, by the
Mimi sikufanya interview.
You're lucky.
Hapo ndo mnajua deep state.
deep state yenyewe.
Sisi tulifanya interview. No, the last time I touched a logarithm table or even deal was 6 months. I literally go.
This is the first time in 4 years I've heard that word. Logarithm tables.
Man,
Better record me sorry.
that thing is in my memory because the first question number 1, math paper interview for Strathmore. Find the log of
Find
this.
the logo board.
That time Strathmore is like, no, for the interviews, no calculator, no log tables. You're given 2 sheets of paper. Use that for your calculations. You're like, bro, Sasa, how do I do logarithms out of the head? But you learned it in high school. That was 6 months ago.
I know.
1 year.
I mean, it was basically baptism by fire by joining. But I'm trying to think like the whole campus experience. I mean, and at least you've gotten a perspective of both worlds. Yeah? And I don't know, like there's this excitement. After how long did it? Unajua kuna excitement that by the time malize 4th year, ndakuwa na gari, hii parking lot nakuwa na gari yangu baridi pale, ndakuwa na kija yangu. Sijui I'll be my first job itakuwa 100k manze as in
When I grow up I want to be like you.
I'm the only one who had this thing.
Mazee cause mimi
I had those
na Romania.
expectations.
Na nilijichocha nikimaliza mazee nataka ka fast car kakue. Lakini bado tuko pale.
Ba kwenye Lexus pale.
Mazee tuko
Unatumia
Lexus.
Toyotas.
I was scared. Even for me, I had the same views. Then January had a conversation. So now you've become a grower. Umekuwa mtu mzima when you
What's that statement?
So now some of these costs that you have been enjoying nini, now you're a man. Itabidi ujitafutie. Me up, I'm like, guy. Hey. Yes, I think we have done enough. The much that we can do. Now the rest is up to you.
Yeah?
Nah. January 2020.
January. I mean, let's look at it from this perspective, yeah? You're fresh from Form 4, you're a young man there, and especially like when you go to, let's say, a private university, let's say like, and then, umefika pale, you're seeing a guy is driving a car, like a bigger car than your father, bana. And you're the same age.
Bro, mi kwanza, story ilianza like this. Mimi nakwambia nimetoka class natembea narudi pale Kafoka Mukuru Studyville. KFC buda. Alafu kuna dem fulani alikuwa tumechill naye class. Ako very chilled. Haongei mingi, ha flaws and stuff. So mimi natembea narudi pale KFC. Then nasikia mtu anipigia horn hapo nyuma. Mimi nimekaa kaa pedestrian, nimekuwa chini barabara yote.
Na wewe ndo bado unakuja kuchokoze hapa bana.
Kutan, hi Lingba, do you want a lift? Nikakuwa I wouldn't mind, thank you. Nikakuwa, si wote ni ma first year. Mimi nilikuwa hizi coach. Stay safe.
Ukapoa fe ukaambiwa haya.
Stay safe.
Do you remember this guy, Eric? So Eric, when first year, Eric was like, today I've come with a small car. That's what like, what do you mean small car? Camry, he's calling Camry a small car. The next day, today I've come with a big car. They're like, okay, so what's a big car? A Jeep, Cherokee. I'm like,
and you see like this
Jamani
thing.
kafupi, you're like, sawa bro.
Tumeti. We're very sorry. And like, sorry. The problem is that, I mean, sometimes as a young man, especially kama hujazoezi vitu, it creates that pressure, Your pressure unajiuliza sasa mimi niko na nini bana. I mean,
We.
what do I have to offer? But
mi kwanza unajua nilingia campus sijui drugs ni nini. I was that kachurch boy like
literally, yeah.
sikuwa najua ile yenye Friday inafika you know kuna venye watu sema si we go, ukisikianga tu si we go hiyo ni bad decisions.
Walai, utaonekana Sunday kwa nyumba jioni.
Trust me, ukisikia tu the statement si we go na alama ya dukuduku, trust me, wenda ulali like
run away.
run as far as you can.
It's so true by the way.
The first time I started like kuna place flani most people wanapenda kwenda huko ku do their things. So mimi
ile
nilikuwa the
mahali ile.
designated driver. Unaona ile yenye nimeingia first year niko na ka license but I don't
You don't indulge.
So kuna time there's this Ugandan guy akanicall ati, yo bro, what you up to this weekend? Nikamwambia I'm just around. Do you mind coming through, we go to sijui nini? Nikakwa
why not?
Jamaa peke yake ndako na invite.
Nyinyi wengine wote.
Wengi wamesema you guys invite tuko hapo tunakaa mafala bana.
Unajikuna wazee.
Funniest part, so jamaa akasema okay, you guys can just come in because okay, it's cool. Sijui ni unajua venye you guy my guy wanakuaga. Sasa tukaingia alafu naambiwa sasa nyinyi amkuli nyama, juu nyama.
Hamna inde. Nyinyi mlikuja last week. Hizi za watu wa Nairobi hizi.
Nyinyi mkae huko. Sasa watu walikuwa watakwenda clubbing na kila mtu ako wasted. Except me.
Designated driver ko pale. Fresh license.
The funny thing was anakuja ananiuliza like he just had to emphasize, have you ever driven a Volkswagen Touareg? Niko kwa license wadikagi ni license ya Toyota, ni ya Nissan, ni ya hii license
ni moja tu.
Wataka ni kudrive ama utaki? Simple. Nikampeleka akajinice, nikawarudisha, akanidungia do yangu ya Uber. Kani mezidi. Lakini one thing I learned from that, before you make that impulse decision let me go out, ko umejipanga pia na backup.
Yeah. Actually,
it's very important.
You may bring up actually, I'm trying to see, because there's this kaka we usually go through. First year you're reading well, you know, you're all focused. For semester you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Ikifika second semester GPA inaanza kudive, you know, like finding, you know, you're starting to know enjoyment, you know, you're probably doing your passport
like this conversation.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, true.
How did you find that balance as you moved along?
I think for me it was more of I discovered myself, because I'm not gonna lie, I went to Strathmore because that course my pops wanted to do it. My family was like, you should go and do this course. You should go and do that course. I was like, okay, cool. I just went to that course, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. So come third year, second year, that's when I discovered like, this is not for me.
Things are just not working out,
you don't know how to tell you.
Yeah, that conversation is really hard.
It's hard. But then
mzazi amelipa school fees, and then you're going to tell them at
this is not for me.
Degree atusikizani.
So it reaches a point. But the good thing about campus is it gives me that confidence to not tell them like, yo, it's not for me.
At least you got that sense that it's your life, you know.
Yeah. So it's not for me. And that's the thing I respect the most about is that it molds you to a position where you think
lakini piga pause kwanza. Wanatulipa kwa market.
Bede tumeongelea sana by the way, si ndio? Ebu
watulipe kwanza tuongelee.
Tunatuma invoice. Till number inakuja after.
Is there way next time we mention
watumia invoice?
No, tutaka tu till number hapo chini watacheza tu kama wao.
Till number na wazee kuna number
07.
So anyway, sasa and then how do you ever get to a point mahali umefika maybe second year things zimekuwa tough and then now unasikia kwa like a crisis, you know, because you're meeting all these people, they are so focused, they're saying, hey, you know, me by 30 I want to build a mansion, me by 30 I want to do this. Okay, you're just there to trying to salvage your GPA.
May I have a question? Who are these people you are meeting? Because
no, I mean,
no offense to the guys who are making campus, but by 30 you may take a mansion.
I'm telling you, people have goals out here. People have goals.
Cool. Maybe those are the guys who are us.
Let me tell you, any guys who are in IT in second year, third year, your goal was to, I need to survive. I don't need to get a retake
or a resit.
Next semester at least.
Man, I need to pass that 40% pass mark.
So I mean,
mansion by 30. Hey, bro.
So amko na kaka situation Kenya, you know, you set this ambition so high, alafu mnakuja unapata but then now I'm in third year, I'm in fourth year, all this and that.
That happens.
Nikiwa class 5 nitaka kwa neurosurgeon, form 2 tukakaswap kiasi, form 4 inafika tuko Mungu nipe kitu umepanga bana, yani
I literally wanted to be a lawyer.
Then what kufanya law?
I wanted to do a law.
My mom told me straight fact. She was like, law is not for you. Looking at watu wanasomanga sana, Billy, that's not for you.
mama yako anakujua bana.
Wazia namjua bana.
That pained me because my mom was like, it's not for you.
Ulikuwa watch suits ama what? Suits ilikuwa imeingia.
Suits na kuchota man.
This suits kuchota.
Sijui law and order.
But I mean, it's I don't know, because like there's something when I was growing up, like in Apple, when I go to third year, and I kind of nilipata hata nilianza kupata na social anxiety juu story. Unapata hadi uko intimidated kuongea na wasee sababu unasikia venye msi amepiga hesabu yake like his future, and you are there.
I feel like it comes to that thing about the people who you talk to and the people who you be yourself around, because around that year, I'm speaking of me and my experience with my friends, we reached a point where all of us are struggling. So it became a conversation to like, okay, how are we going to help each other out? To at least like, yeah, all of us are struggling, but we need to help ourselves in a way that we don't let that stress take over everything.
But you see, the situation is usually tougher, especially when you switch universities.
That's true.
To me,
that's so true.
When I paused university, nikaenda university, then nilipigwa na culture shock.
See what you did there. Anyway,
nilipigwa na culture shock because nilikuwa nimezoea doing things in this particular way, na kuja huku things are totally done differently, unaona. So I had to readjust and see where I exactly fit. One thing about private universities, you never know uni mtoto wa nani. You never know uni mtoto wa nani.
That's true.
So unaenda tu hapo, you learn the perks, then you just move your life, man, because trust, campus life is fun and tough at the same time.
I mean, there was this time, I think it was 2 months ago, I think it was in April, and the trending conversation on social media was the way comrades are suffering.
Yeah.
Especially Kwanza, at least you moved out. When at some point you got your own place there. So as a young man now moving to an empty house, uko pale.
Tusianze maneno man.
I mean, there was a whole conversation on how, and especially it's for men, because kuna hii pressure yenye unapata unahitaji kukula, mresha ko pale, kuna story ya do, you know, you want to go partying, you still need to buy food, you still need to pay for tokens,
to furnish the house.
You need to furnish the house.
Then the bill ya maji na kuja, garbage.
And you're there with your kanais ka help, ka elfu,
hey, bro, when I moved out of Kwetu, my dad, we agreed on one thing. He'll pay the rent. But akasema furnishing. You're a man. Jisot. Bro, the first night, nilidozia carpet. First night. Nimeacha kitanda, fridge, microwave ya kwetu living.
Unaenda kwa carpet?
Nimeenda kwa carpet, bro. Second night, nika graduate.
At least
kama actress.
Peke yake.
Napigia dad. Mazee daddy, jebe imekuwa mingi. Ako. Mazee mimi nilikuwa nauza mandazi campus. So, we pia find your own hustle.
Find your own hustle, bana.
Mazee naambia please man, usikuwe hivyo. I'm your only son. Ako what? My only son. No, hizo ndivyo love tuongee. I'm like, come on. No. But like, what I want people to learn from this is usiogope to start from scratch.
You have to, by the way. You have to.
Time is all you have. Utaanza na kulalia mattress. 2 weeks uko na kabed. Lakini ukianza mazee hepa wageni cause utachoma picha. Mtu anakuja anasema mazee hataona kiti ya kukaa. Like it's so embarrassing.
Kuna kitu nilikuwa nashangaa when I was in that trend how comrades are suffering, especially kifika story ya madem. Like tulikuwa kukutana na watu wenye they won't tell their girlfriends hawana do.
Oh yeah, baby, is that,
so the girl, I'm standing this kind of high life, and bruh, you are not there.
That's not your lane, but
that is not your lane. Where ni mtu wa walk in the streets. Where ni mtu wa kutembea lakini umezoesha demu yako kila siku Uber. If it's not something that you're used to,
why bother? That's the thing that many guys in campus develop. I've seen people do that.
Cut your coat according to your own
Exactly.
No, but you know there are these people when I mean
But
you
once in a while try
see
to impress pia kidogo.
Exactly.
Jichoche, man.
kuna wale
Jichoche
wenye
kiasi.
wanaonanga
Once in a while
can
si
kushoot
mbaya.
t-shirt all the way bana.
Sawa, once in a while si mbaya. But don't usijichoche kwa dem that this is me.
And it is clearly not
It is
you
clearly
bana.
it's not you. Be like, it's not me. It's
Lakini
not me.
unajua
Akienda
kusema ni
sawa,
rahisi.
just eat the egg.
Reality
You
ni
move on.
different.
Kusema na kutenda ni
Kusema na
vitu
kutenda ni
mbili.
vitu mbili
Very, very different.
bro. Like it's a two-way traffic.
Yeah.
Unaona? Cause utajiambia hapa mazee, mimi I can't hivi. Lakini hii ni Kanairo. Kama venye sahii kuna WRC. Masubaru boys wamechukua mayengs. Wamewapeleka Naivasha. Lakini sasa Subaru boys wamewin. Juko Vasha kuna Anko RNG.
Of course. Kuna mtu amelala chopa. I mean,
Kuna watu nyinyi mnangangana na traffic, anasemanga
jet inakuja Wilson
si
Sangapi.
hata si jet, watachapa helicopter from stage 1 to another stage.
I mean, yeah, it's true. It's true.
This
It's
life
true.
I can't kill myself.
So I think the sooner
Kina maguga hao nyinyi mkingangana kona sidelines, yeye kwa hapo nini? What's this paddock pass? Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
people
hapo
are born
unangangana
on
hizi
the
maneno
same.
anazijua by the way. Unajua kuna mwenje msio.
Mazee hadi nashangaa Bill is you cause akila mimi napiga screenshot every statement niko. Noma.
But I mean, umesema point important actually. You raised a really important point that I mean, the sooner that you realize kuna lanes and staying in your
The sooner the
comfortable
better.
lane, I
Stay in
think
my
you're gonna have it
comfortable
easier,
lane.
yeah.
Juu trust mimi nilikuwa nimezoea when sijui venye nitaiphrase juu sitaki kwa market na wajanilipa, unaona, but nitasemaje, before I moved to Romania na vile nilikuwa kwetu nilikuwa nimezoea a certain kind of lifestyle, unaona, certain kind of lifestyle. Unajua the cheapest bottle of 2 liter soda is like 650, but unaona unafika Romania awecheza chini. So relax, nimalize statement.
Hebu rudio kidogo. Unasema nini?
Nimesahau kitu nimesema. Lakini nikafika Romania nikimention hii soda wako like wazee hiyo sisi hatujui. Si tunajua hii fulani inaitwangwa triple kakitu. Buda hapo mna cost share. Lakini on a normal basis ningekuwa mada naishika solo. Unacheki cause ni moja na ni 450 hadi uko like najipenda. Najipenda ama like una choose violence for your body. Juu hiyo bottle moja mko come to sita, by the time mnamaliza
kila mtu
mko in a state of limbo. Cause kumedhoka. Like but all in all
unakuzanga unaona, I mean actually usually kama unapata wase by the way wamezoea maisha yao and by the time you start to harmonize with everyone, inakuwa tricky.
But imagine like campus life, you just have to be versatile. Like, you have to be flexible. Ufai kuwa ati mimi nimezoea kufanya vitu hivi, so everything has to go my way. You have to
just learn how to adapt. Unajua kesho itakuwaje.
You're struggling and then life is like
ngoja na bado
wait I'll show you something kula hiyo
na bado. I mean it's true
because and then I think another thing I realized was that remember when you thought like okay I'm in campus, I am moving out of my parents' house, itakuwa hivi, I'll be living like this.
That's what I'm saying. Expectations versus
the
reality
was.
And you know, unfortunately, I think at least you had a good support system with your friends. At least you learned on time how to adapt. But you know, there are people who wanafikanga fourth year, but they are still trying to. And unfortunately, now you see it takes a toll on the mental health of them. Unapata, you know, you find some people who unfortunately decide to commit suicide. And, you know. So I mean, like as we wrap up, I mean, this is a discussion you can't even But anyway, just one important thing as we wrap up, like what is just one thing and unataka msi atauchi episode? What's the one piece of advice ungemwambia as a young man and you're joining?
Hey, as a young man, know exactly what you want to do in campus. Because the minute you do that, I feel like everything else will be smooth road. Like even if you'll have these issues, itafika up, you are like okay, because one of the things ukiwa kampo ataka unapitiza vitu zingine, number one anyazayo atakuwa on your case masomo.
Hiyo GPA by the way.
You remind
Hiyo
babangu
GPA
results sana semester zimetokea. Like yetu nikali ni drop kwanza.
Anangojele siku atambo umegraduate.
No, cause says for me personally speaking, the position I'm in right now, my masomo is sorted out. Like inafika point sasa, like I can tell my pop, manze, iko dry hivi. Hi, why? Niwe tu nizo to girlfriend wako. Kwambia hata sina girlfriend. He's like, but no, at your age, you should be married. I'm like, hey, bro.
Conversation for a whole other day. Atambua hizo story. Hapana tambua.
So unapata, like, as long as you sorted, it will even be easier for you to relate with your folks, with your extended relatives, your guardians, because watakuwa at least hata unapitia hizo shida zote, masomo yako iko set.
Yeah,
So
at least
just
it
be
makes the
firm
situation
and know
much easier.
exactly. Na hata ukisikia degree BBAT, buda, fanya research. Nasikanga mtu anasema, I'm doing BBAT. Poor child. You do not know what's coming for you.
University, yote namba itabidi. Anyway, Lingua. What's that one thing you'd like to tell someone who's looking forward to this whole 4-year experience?
Yeah, I'm not big on advice, man, because advice sahi wendi uangalie Instagram story yangu shangae. Mjamaa wako na
Vitu vile tofauti
He's preaching water and drinking wine.
lakini anyway, all I can tell you is jijue. Jijue, and one thing that has helped me all through is to always believe in my gut instinct. Like before I do something, na instinct yangu inisumbue, iniambie tu like Lingba, man. Hii
story
kuna venye na movie
ticklish.
Like me too uona hapana. And in the long run naona yenyewe, thank God I believed my gut. Unaona juu. Just believe in yourself, be yourself, follow your instincts. Be you, man. Usikubali hizi vitu ndogo ndogo zikusumbue. Focus on what you want, get it. See,
Vitu ni mingi lakini hizo ndio.
Nimekuwa linguist mpaka niko is mimi.
Atujemona hivi.
Hata mimi bedeni kwa. Hata mimi niko
lakini mazee msijali, ni ndevu, wisdom. It flows through me.
So anyway, kama kawaida, thanks for tuning in. It has been an awesome show having you two joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you guys, yeah? And we look forward to actually having another, I think a part 2 sasa tuendelee na hii. Initango aje, wahenga walikuwa wanasema aje?
Wahenga na wahenguzi hawakukosea walipoamba kuwa.
Wahenga sasa. So anyway, thanks for tuning in to this awesome show. Kama kawaida, just make sure you check out all the other episodes that we have. Mi siwezi ongezea kitu, by the way. I mean, so much has been said into the show. Be on the lookout for part 2 of this particular episode. I think we are going to be having let's say a get together, yeah? Because Vanessa said she's also going to do something on her own. So be sure to check that out.
Wazee mmeamua ku bombard mafans wenu na real content. The moment I walked in through that door, nikaona how you guys have set up. Producer yenu ni celebrity.
Atuchezi na hii kitu.
God is you? Because I think sijamka bado. No.
I would like to thank you, my sisters.
And just like we said, actually, when you mentioned your story, your producer, just like we promised you in the previous episodes, we are going to be having him here. Hapa. You're going to get to meet him.
Yeah, tumanze kama nimekaa hapa. Huwa mna measure aje meters? Mimi nakumbuka high school yangu najua ilikuwa kwa village, lakini tulikuwa tuna stretch hivi. Unacheki, so 1
mpaka pale mali.
2 meters away na niko na goosebumps. So imagine ukimwona kwa screen 30 centimeters.
Beyond the logo, I'm telling you, QTips we have awesome content.
Yes, sabu yangu ina movie ticklish.
Moving on swiftly. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. It's been an awesome show. Cheza na like button, share this with a friend if you think they have. If you've taken away something from this episode you'd like to share with someone, feel free to do so. We do appreciate the feedback that you give us on social media kama kawaida. And we do hope you have an awesome week. Thanks for tuning in. Mungu awabariki. Until next time, it's Ndusis for now.
QTips.